Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and the Chancellor.
I declare that the 630th Convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Good morning and welcome. I am Dr. Susan Ty, and I have the privilege of serving as McMaster University Provost and Vice President Academic. This morning, I also have the great pleasure as serving as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduates and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Mississauga and Haudenosaunee nations, and within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urge for the peaceful sharing of Earth's resources. We must also not forget that merely acknowledging our presence on these traditional lands is only a small step on our shared path to reconciliation. I challenge you to consider how you can foster reconciliation among the many peoples that inhabit these lands. I would like to start today's proceedings by acknowledging some notable leaders here joining me on stage. Our Chancellor, Ms. Santee Smith, President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, Vice President Operations and Finance, Ms. Sahir Fazilat, Vice Provost and Dean Graduate Studies, Dr. Steve Ranilovic, Dean Faculty of Social Sciences, Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, Associate Deans, Directors, faculty members, and honored guests. Before we start our formal program, I would kindly ask everyone in the hall to please turn off your electronic devices. I would now like to call upon our Chancellor, Ms. Santee Smith, to deliver welcoming remarks and give the Thanksgiving address.
Nyawe, thank you, Provost Tai. Sego, Sewagwego, greetings everyone. Welcome, honored guests, staff, friends, family, colleagues, and McMaster University faculty members. And most importantly, graduands. What an exciting day to share and to celebrate accomplishments and to extend our much important, beautiful gratitude. I am pleased to share the Ohandu Galiwadegwe, the words spoken before all else, also known as the Thanksgiving Address, in Gaingeha, the Mohawk language. Sewatahosios ne gat ne galiwesa, ne ona ne angali hohetste ne ganawala donsula. These words of wisdom intend to unite our minds and hearts in acknowledgement, to give thanks, to affirm our interdependence, and to cultivate compassion and kindness to all living entities, and to remind us of our responsibilities to sustain nature's delicate balance and to encourage peaceful coexistence in alignment with the immensity of creation. We give greetings and gratitude to the people, human beings, our ancestors, our family, and friends. So be it in our minds. We give thanks to our Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive. So be it in our minds. We give greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the water flowing in our body, and to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the fish life, who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to all of the plants, from the grasses to the medicines which purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. We give thanks and acknowledge the insect life, who help to pollinate the plants and sustain life, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the fruit who help to nourish our body, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and acknowledgement to the animals, some who sacrifice their lives to sustain us, who are our teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the birds, whose beautiful singing uplift our spirit, bringing peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. We give greetings and acknowledgement to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. Their roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our bodies, and we are grateful for the shelter and shade they provide us, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voice of lightning and thunder bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains. So be it in our minds. Tatsi dawanuwalaro ne anjangeni galakwa eto nayonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We offer greetings and acknowledgement to eldest brother, Sun, who appears consistently each morning to provide us with sunshine, protection, and energy for all living things. So be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalaro ne asatanega wat nirele eto nayonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We give thanks to our grandmother Moon for lighting up the nighttime sky and for her powerful pull on the waters, governing of cycles of women and birth. So be it in our minds. Dayatinuwalarane yodzisto warlunyo eto nayonto hage ne nagwat nagula. We give greetings and thanks to the stars, to the cosmos, for providing us with guidance, direction, and dazzling our eyes when we look into the nighttime sky. So be it in our minds. We give thanks to our protectors, our spiritual guardians who provide clarity of mind and peace in our hearts. So be it in our minds. Datsi dawanuwalaro ne gansant stanza logoa sa oyela eto nayonto hage ne nagwat nigula. We give greetings to creation, to the immense creative energy that lives and moves in every living entity and that lives and moves in all of us. Da eto ni gawanage, da eto. This very short, humble acknowledgement is a reminder of the immensity of the creative living universe of which we human beings are a very small part. It frames our responsibilities as protectors of nature and upholders of skana, which means peace and balance. Peace and balance within ourselves and in relation to kin, community, and the environment. And we are very grateful today to be present in this moment in acknowledgement and gratitude and celebration of all of your achievements, and to recognize each graduand for the energy, dedication, and perseverance on your journey to complete your degree here at McMaster. It's an exciting day for all of you who are graduating, and it's often equally exciting for those who have supported you and played a big role in you being here today. Today we acknowledge the special care, support, and guidance from family and friends and colleagues and McMaster University staff and faculty. Graduands, you have achieved a great deal to get to this very moment. Celebrate, be reflective, enjoy this time, soak it all in, and we look forward to what you bring and the gifts that you share to the world. Yo yanale. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Please enjoy the ceremony.
Thank you, Chancellor Smith. I would now like to introduce the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, Dr. Jeremiah Hurley, to make their own welcoming remarks and then present the honorary degree recipient.
Distinguished guests, faculty members, family and friends, and of course, most importantly, the graduating class of 2023. As the Dean of the Faculty of Social Sciences, it's a privilege to welcome you to this milestone occasion. Graduates, what a journey you've been on these last months and years. A time filled with moments that have shaped your personal and intellectual growth and set you on a path for the rest of your life. And while today marks the culmination of your academic achievements, these life-shaping moments include so much more. The relationships you've built at McMaster, the challenges you've overcome, and the values you've cultivated. During your time at McMaster, you've grappled with complex ideas, conducted your first research, and expanded your perspectives in ways you never would have anticipated. You've explored the intricacies of human behavior and dissected the structures of society. And through your coursework, your papers, your projects, and your varied other experiences, you've gained the tools and the concepts to critically analyze the society around you and contribute to a brighter world. We have striven to provide you an education with social purpose. As graduates of the social sciences, you possess a unique understanding of the complexities and challenges we face in our world. You have the frameworks from which to address pressing issues like housing precarity, climate change, reconciliation in our society, disruptive technologies, the list goes on. Your knowledge and experiences gained in your university journey have given you the power to effect tangible and lasting change for Canada and beyond. And your university experience has been uniquely shaped by the defining moments of the last couple of years. For many in the room today, your journey at McMaster began in September 2019, the last cohort to start university before the COVID era. You've navigated with us through the twists and the turns that have marked the path through a world and a time that none of us could have imagined. And for this, I say, well done, and thank you for journeying with us. Before sending you off on your journey across this stage, there are some others I'd like to address. First, to the parents, families, and friends who've supported you throughout your academic journey, I extend my deepest gratitude. As a parent myself, I know the work that goes on behind the scenes to bring these moments to fruition. Whether you played the role of the cheerleader, the banker, the landlord, or sounding board, or maybe all of the above. Thank you for the investment and sacrifices that you've made to support your loved one. I hope this moment brings you immense pride, as it should. And to my colleagues, the faculty members and staff in social sciences who've imparted knowledge, nurtured curiosity, served as mentors and advisors, thank you. Your dedication to your research, your teaching and learning, and your communities have shaped the minds and lives of these graduates and prepared them for the next leg of their own journey. And to everyone here, thank you for being here today to mark this milestone. Today, graduates, we celebrate all you have achieved and honor the countless moments of courage, stamina, growth, and just plain hard work that brought you here. Congratulations, class of 2023. We eagerly await hearing about all that you accomplish in the years ahead. Chancellor Smith, by the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Wanda Thomas Bernard. Wanda Thomas Bernard has been a professor in the School of Social Work at Dalhousie University, served as Dalhousie's special advisor on diversity and inclusiveness, and was the director of the School of Social Work for a decade, beginning in 2001. At Dalhousie, she's the first Black Canadian to hold a tenured faculty position and also the first to become Professor Emerita. A founding member and past president of the Association of Black Social Workers, Dr. Bernard has created an influential and wide-ranging body of scholarly work focused on issues that include culturally responsive healthcare, mental health, substance abuse and gambling, access to palliative care, ethics in the inclusion in social work, media representation of Aboriginal African people, community capacity building, the impacts of violence on health, and anti-racist training, among other things. She also has a long track record of serving as an expert witness and expert consultant for legal cases and tribunals related to racism in a variety of contexts. She is co-author of Race and Well-Being, The Lives and Hopes and Activism of African Canadians, and is the editor or co-editor of several other books, including Women in the Promised Land, Essays in African Canadian History, Mothers and Sons, Centering Mother Knowledge, Still Fighting for Change, Black Social Workers in Canada, and Broadening Horizons, International Exchanges in Social Work. Dr. Bernard is a long-serving member of the Canadian Institute of Health Research Institute of Gender and Health Committee on Violence, who has served in the editorial boards for the Journal of Black and African Education, the Journal of Black Psychology, and the British Journal of African Studies. As a volunteer, she has held significant positions, including the chair of the Nova Scotia Advisory Council on the Status of Women, a member of the National Board of the Boys and Girls Club of Canada, a member of the Board of Governors for the Nova Scotia Community College, a member of the Research Advisory Committee for the Nova Scotia Health Research Foundation, and a member of the Proposal Development Committee for Afrocentric Learning Institute's Council on African Canadian Education. In 2016, Dr. Bernard was named to the Senate of Canada, becoming the first African Nova Scotian woman to serve in the Senate chamber. In 2021, her long-term advocacy was a key factor in the Government of Canada designating August 1st as Emancipation Day, to recognize that day in 1834 when Britain passed the Slavery Abolition Act. Dr. Bernard has earned dozens of awards for her work, advocacy, and community leadership, including the Black Cultural Society Award, the Child Welfare League of America Outstanding Service Award, the Canada 125 Anniversary Commemorative Medal, the Nova Scotia Human Rights Commission Award for Innovation in Diversity Education. She's inducted into the W.P. Oliver Wall of Honor at the Black Cultural Center. She's a member of the Canadian Progress the Canadian Progress Club's Women of Distinction Award, the Harry Jerome Award for Community Service, and the Dalhousie University Teaching Award. Selected as one of the 100 accomplished Black Canadian women in 2016 and appointed to the Order of Nova Scotia in 2014, Dr. Bernard also received the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal and is a member of the Order of Canada. Chancellor Smith, I present Wanda Thomas Bernard to you so that you may add to the list of accolades by conferring upon Dr. Bernard the degree Doctor's of Letters honoris causa.
Wanda Thomas Bernard. By the authority of McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa in McMaster University with all the rights and privileges pertaining to that degree. Congratulations. We have a sign over now. We can just sign. I would now like to invite Dr. Bernard to deliver the Convocation Address.
Some of you may be wondering, how did one person do all of that in one lifetime? At least I was thinking that. Madam Chancellor, Mr. President, platform guest, faculty, staff, graduates, family, and friends, I'll start by saying thank you. Today, I'm actually wearing a kente stole in honor of your graduation. It symbolizes the passing of knowledge, and today, I want to pass on two important life lessons that I have learned along my journey. I graciously accept this honorary doctorate degree, not as a personal achievement, but as recognition and appreciation for the work that I have done with many others, including many students over the years, over 5 decades, to fight for social justice and to fight against anti-Black racism. This is a fight that I was born into as a child of the Civil Rights Movement. I was actually born on Emancipation Day and was given an incredible responsibility to fight for rights as I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors. I have gained access to places they dreamed of for their children. Doors were opened for me, first to get access to post-secondary education, and then to use that education as a vehicle to fight for social change. But I almost blew it. When I was given the opportunity to attend Mount St. Vincent University in 1969, one of 9 Black students to enter university in Nova Scotia in that year. We were dubbed the Metro 9 because we were the largest group of Black Nova Scotians to enter university in any year. We knew that we were the hopes and dreams of our elders and our ancestors. My sister Valerie, our cousin Connie, and I were the first people from our entire community of East Preston to enter and graduate from university. In fact, the church in East Preston made a big public announcement and presentation of a bursary to us and gave us space to publicly acknowledge their gift. And I could not speak. At that time, I could not find my voice. I felt that I had the weight of the world on my shoulders. And at the age of 15, I enjoyed the freedom of being at university more than the expectations of what was required of me as a university student. And the result, at the end of year 1, I failed all but one course and was academically dismissed. This was devastating. I experienced depression, anxiety, lowered self-esteem. My mother was a widow with 12 children. I could not be dependent on her, but no one would hire me, a 16-year-old university dropout. And we were so poor, we didn't even have a telephone. But one Friday morning, as I listened to an open talk show on the local radio station, I somehow found the courage to go to my grandfather's house across the street to call into that show. They were inviting people to call in with any problem, anything on their mind. I went and I told my story on open radio. And a manager from Beaver Foods at Dalhousie University heard my call for help, and he offered me a job at Dalhousie University in the medical school cafeteria as a short order cook. 1 year later, I visited the Mount, met with the president, and begged for a second chance. While I loved cooking, I knew that I had a responsibility to do something more. The president agreed to let me return. I returned on academic probation, and 3 years later, I graduated with my BA, then went on to do an MSW, a Master's in Social Work, and later completed a PhD at the University of Sheffield in England. And that was my formal education, my second chance. But I was also actively engaged in community education during that time. And I learned that my education was not just about my personal accomplishment, but it was also a tool to help transform and empower others who would not have the privilege to be in the spaces where I was destined to break barriers. I learned a valuable life lesson about the African principle Ujima, which means collective work and responsibility. Graduates, that is lesson number 1 that I want to share with you today. Collective work and responsibility. As I said, I was a child of the civil rights movement. I lived, and I still live the change that my ancestors fought for. I picked up the torch and continued the fight for justice and the fight for rights. And throughout my journey, the strategy that worked best for me was positive disruption. This, graduates, is lesson number 2, positive disruption. I found my voice, and I used my voice over these decades to disrupt the status quo. I learned to fight for change by simply choosing to lead the change that I wanted to see in the world. And I tried to encourage, to engage, to influence others to do the same. I learned to work with colleagues. I learned to work with allies. I even learned to work with those who tried to discredit me. I used quiet determination, humility, tenacity, and compassion to encourage and inspire others to work with me and not against me. Positive disruption in action. This, graduates, is lesson number 2. So as you begin your career journey, think about what you will give back to society. How will collective work and responsibility show up in your life? Will you become a leader and an influencer in your field? How will you use your MAC degree? How will you use your position? How will you use your influence? How will you use your power? How will you use your privilege, the privilege you've earned by obtaining your MAC degree? My vision for you is that these will be your tools to lead change through positive disruption. We all have the capacity to lead change, and I believe we all have the responsibility to lead change. I extend congratulations to all graduates and deep appreciation to your families, your friends, your colleagues, and your teachers who've helped you along your journey. As you close this chapter and begin the next, I invite you to embrace the challenges, embrace the opportunities, and let every life lesson, let every barrier deepen your resolve and reinforce your courage. I invite you to become positive disruptors in your fields and prepare to leave a legacy that will inspire and influence others. May the lessons of collective work and responsibility and positive disruption provide you with some guideposts along the way. Asante. Thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Bernard. I would now like to welcome Dr. David Farrar, President and Vice Chancellor, to the podium to present the graduates for our Chancellor for admission to their degrees.
Will the graduates please stand? This is the best part of the ceremony, although the last speech made that a high barrier. But this is when they turn the lights on and we all get to see you as you actually graduate. Madam Chancellor, on behalf of McMaster University Senate, I present to you these candidates and those in absentia in order that you may confer the appropriate degree upon them, and I bear witness that they are worthy and suitable.
Graduands, by my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University, with all the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all. Please be seated.
Graduates, I now ask you to join me on stage so that the Chancellor and I may welcome you to the McMaster community of scholars. I would be delighted to shake your hand or to bump fists or to acknowledge your achievement without touching. Our Chancellor will acknowledge your achievement without touching. Congratulations.
Honored guests, so that each graduate's name may be heard, it would be appreciated if during the presentation of the graduates, you would hold your collective applause to the end of each degree category. Thank you. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Kum Ryong Park. Blessing Ugoshi Oyembe. Janelle Elizabeth Ward. Erin Lee Curry. Michelle Rosalie Goldenberg.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Masters of Arts. Amanda Kristen Bull. Christina Doan. Jill Marie Rogers.
Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Arts. Alishba Abbas. Jana Abuakea. Adisola Adideji. Naima Ahmed. Yasmina Taleb Aleche. Kinza Aliar. Dana Al-Nahba. Hadassah Anor. Mariama Abid. Chase David Arsenault. Megan May Jen Au. Haya Baig. Carly Elizabeth Baird. Laurie Baker. Georgian Grace Baker Griffiths. Monica Gale Bale. Fiza Mirza Bashir. Hiba Bashir. Teresa Dawn Bayaborda. Julia Marie Beato. Grace Polly Beaumont. Erica Judith Beers. Sydney Bélanger. Dea Martha Bellew. Natasha Bendera. Sandra Agnes Bigger. Zaya Bisnault. Jacob Matthew Blair. Maria Katrina Blair. Angelina Charlotte Bombury. Caitlin Elizabeth Brennan. Cole Matthew Brennand. Emily Sierra Brodeur. Dasha Brooke. Amanda Claire Buchan. Erin Boyalski. Olivia Suzanne Bundy. Jada Carmichael. Vida Carranza. Taylor Cassidy. Carolina Castillo. Rebecca Sesim. Kelsey Marie Chan. Kaylee Midori Chaplin Shiga. Madison Cherry. Denise Talan Chua. Molly Jean Clayton. Alisa Beatrice Coburn. Cassidy Colalilo. Jane Ann Colby. Brooke Collier. Peyton Marie Connolly. Savannah Coulson. Sofia Francesca Copeo. Claire Josephine Dakile. Christiana Marie Lucy Joanne D'Amico. Al Ain Ivana Marie Lagman Dalise. Sierra Madison Darag Prentice. Julia Claire Carlini DeLuca. Esther Wilhelmina de Vries. Rose Margaret de Bono. Natalie Del Valle. Olivia Barbara Delis. Vanessa Angelina DeLuca. Rachel Elizabeth Dennison. Emily Dietrich. Jing Yao Dong. Kyle Joseph Dornick. Sarah Michelle Dossman. Rebecca Susanna Doucette. Andre Seymour Douglas. Olivia Erin Eakins. Mariam Amr Al-Meligi. Elisa Eliopoulos. Lauren Jane Engel. Alexa Michelle Evangelista. Amina Fawaz Kader. Mike Fedchak. Kathleen Felix. Laura Caterina Ferlante. Danielle Fernandez. Sonia Iman Feta. Tyler Anthony Flegg. Amelia Flores Anaya. Nicholas Forbes. Anika Maria Fotheringham. Nima Rudia Francis. Miriam Francis. Shoshana Foreman. Maya Nicole Gauthier. Naomi Rachel Geller. Liat Geva. Connor Danielle Emel Gibala. Cassie Lynn Glavis. Julia Louisa Golop. Sukhman Kaur Grewal. Logan Margaret Griffin. Chelsea Marie Grigsby. Jaskarin Goraya. Noah Camblin Hansen. Madison Claire Harding. Anthony James Harris. Taylor Leanne Hart. Shaza Zahir Hassan. Caitlin Nicole Hawkes. Madison Hayes. Thea Catherine Hoken. Gillian Kate Hodge. Delaney Jordana Holness. Grace Jane Huggle. Abby Rose Yanone. Alexander Teresia Irvin. Katerina Elizabeth Jakobsch. Hannah Marie Jamison. June Lynette Jameson. Grace Jansen. Grace Jarrett. Maywish Gillini. Stuart Charles Jones. Hee So Young. Susan Vanessa Kaljelska. Karolina Kalashnikova. Ankita Rajnesh Kapila. Abby Lauren Kismat. Wania Khan. Jasminda Kaur Kera. Paige Madison Kilmurray. Isabel Nicole Corbett. Mark Kyorkis. Gabrielle Tandok Lane. Alison Elizabeth Laurie. Tracy Maria Lee. Michael Grant Leger. Alexa Shannon Layton. Agata Lewandowska. Crystal Gail Lickers Perez. Shanshan Lin. Joyce Ling. Hai Hong Liu. Sean Hao Ning Lo. Rachel Marie Zista Long. Alexandra Lapuchova. Dylan Jeremy Liu. Linda Liu. Colin Lyons. Thomas Joseph Chinese Makareg. Elizabeth McClellan. Aiza Mahood. Clara Meisterich. Fatima Ahmed Malik. Maima Ahmed Malik. Zoe John Maloney. Summer Marks. Alexandra Claire Masler. Olivia Margaret Shalala Mastracci. Olivia Hannah Matthews. Sarah Ann McBride. Alexa Kathleen McCoy. Madeline Shirley McInnes. Haley Julia McKee. Brianna McMuff. Taylor Rose McVie. Maya Elizabeth Mehta. Chloe Claudine Michaud. Rachel Emma Mikkels. Victoria Mikoli. Maggie Miller. Rhea Mirani. Samantha Antonina Monaco. Sarah Celine Montour. Samantha Desiree Mora. Teresa Morellato. Eden Page Morelli. Kelsey Todd Morgan. Haley Morris. John Cesare Moscadini. Madison Tamiko Mototsuna. Amina Abdikarim Molid. Bilal Mufti. Samantha Marie Moole. Ariella Lam Sum Ngai. Serena Niamuddin. Lana Novakovic. Olivia Lotte Nutsifora. Joseph Bernard O'Grady. Lindsay Ode. Amber Ann Olson. Maria Emilia Ordonez Chavaria. Erona Pacoli. Riley Patterson. Aliyah Beyonce Paul. Christine Kelly Paul. Alisa Dalene Pereira. Tonya Petty. Nayla Maria Pietras. Julia Claire Pleckinger. Maya Angelina Polidoro. Anthoneka Anesha Powell. Yumna Kaisar. Catherine Michelle Quarrington. Montserrat Ramirez Ruvalcaba. Anna Rasovic. Megan Laura Reed. Fiora Isabella Reda. Julia Ramos. Fermin Hannah Retnavaratan. Rosh Reyes. Naomi Ashler Roden. Daishon Robinson. Alison Megan Rogers. Lisa Ann Roman. Hannah Eve Ross. Sydney Ellen Ross. Jessica Grace Russo. Sultan Mahmoud Sadiq. Yasmin Safieddini. Tariq Zahir Aref Saeed. Ananya Sairam. Melissa Lena Salemi. Hannah Karim Sami. Faderera Sanda. Florencia Elena Saposnik. Michael Scafoni. Saxon Elizabeth Schwartz. Kaylee Caitlin Scott. Susanna Zekovsky. Shruti Shashkumar. Gauri Priya Sharma. Aya Shbeeb. Jane Hussam Shawkri. Hanvir Kaur Sidhu. Maria Shimich. Marcus Anthony Sims. Taryn Ashley Simon. Maya Skara. Julia Ann Slayman. Claudia Nicole Smerili. Owen Taylor Spivak. Kendall Sandra Stallard. Natalie Sutton. Shanur Ahmed Saeed. Yulia Sturich. Ryan Ming Ta. Ross Talabis. Claire Elizabeth Talbot. Molly Elizabeth Tamura. Mia Josefina Tesarolo. Coquerentha Thomas. James David Thomas. Cheyenne Jasmine Thompson. Danielle Elizabeth Titian. Sophia Lotfi Tobala. Esme Joanne Tondro. Jewel Satsu. Pearl Satsu. Alexis May Vacaresi. Julia Weissman Passatir. Margaret Van. Amando Vega Ruiz. Cassandra Vettor. Kapina Vijay Aikaran. Anugraha Vakail. Daniela Alexandra Violo. Conrad Alexander von Paleski. Brittany Wade. India Walker. Amanda Elizabeth Warmington. Samantha Veselovska. Chloe Ann West. Marie Rebecca Weber. Tegan Victoria Wilson. Natalia Toma Wisam. Jessica Woodworth. Vivian Wu. Xiaohan Wu. Hui Ching Hilary Yao. Amanda Yusuf. Jiayi Zhang. Jiayi Zhou. Lauren Nicole Jupan. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Honours Bachelor of Social Work. Umya Ized. Danielle Isabel Cahill. Leslie Carranza. Melissa Jane Elliott. Erin Cassidy Emre. Samantha Christina Faris. Katerina Fragoulis. Abby Elise Hager. Ashley Lorraine Hill. Regine Mavi Hodgson. Sabrina Marlene Hunter. Tiana Darlene Johnson. Kayla Lee. Colleen Mara McCready. Natalie Merta Lizano. Nora Grace Mossman. Alexis Julia Ozinga. Olivia Silvana Paredes. Daniela Partito. Olivia Ruby Partridge. Nirali Patel. Ashley Ramdat. Samantha Jean Rideout. Kate Alexandra Ridley. Halimatar Shah. Madison Avery Stewart. Sarah Ruth Trevitt. Stephanie Brooke Trotter. Olena Natalia Urbanovic. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Social Work. Olivia Rose Nicole Caravaggio. Lisa Marie Carrier. Leah May Carson. Caitlin Cross. Sabrina Nicole Goisic. Christine M. Keldson. Amy McDonald. Ashmin Kaur Tiwana. Christina Angelica Viola. Madam Chancellor, may I present to you the following graduates of the degree Bachelor of Arts. Andrea Mirella Aguia Diras. Noor Aisha Asim Ali. Parmida Bechnia. Caitlin Bell. Karine Boulay. Natasha Angelka Bonaventura. Caitlin Nicole Bullard. Angela Chibich. Nicholas Stephen Clark. Alexi Abigail Clemente. Danny Simos da Silva. Sophia Elise De Folder. Parvin Kaur Dillon. Theoctisti Dimaki. Ofora Shalom Ebhono. Rosa Maria Fernandez Muniz. Alexa Faraccioli. Emmanuel Gill. Paige Mabel Ann Hamilton. Becky Healy. Julie May Inamarga. Rinka Ito. Erica Jenner. John Sunwo Jong. Nicole Jubran. Hannah Koder. Veronica Lingaratnam. Tessa McFadgen. Brenda Topham Pennington. Braden Michael Pereira. Arif Rojan. Jessica Rubini. Laiba Shazidi. Japram Kaur Singh. Melissa Sandy Stephen. Jenna Andy Alexis Taylor. Tyleri Kari Simone Thomas. Dennis Tak Wai Wong. Michelle Yip. Caitlin Young.
Let's give another round of applause for our graduates. Woo! I would now like to introduce Ms. Salsa Sarhan, a graduate of the degree Bachelor of Arts Honors in Labor Studies and Political Science program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not graduating in this ceremony. Both of the valedictorians are both poli-sci and labor studies, so yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah, I just gotta talk. Okay, we're gonna start this off. Okay, so good morning, Chancellor Santi Smith, President Dr. David Farrar, Provost Dr. Susan Teig, Dean Dr. Jerry Hurley, Associate Academic Dean Dr. Tracy Prowse, the stage party, visiting representatives, faculty, staff members, friends, and families of the graduates, and the astounding social sciences class of 2023. My name is Salsa Sarhan. No, I cannot salsa dance. And I am graduating with a double major in political science and labor studies with a minor in public leadership. So let's kick off our graduation with recognizing and appreciating this class's resilience, dedication, and patience through an undergraduate experience like no other. We experience, oh yeah, round of applause, let's get it, yeah. So we experience an assortment of TikTok trends and challenges that cause their spirit, mind, and body to grow into new versions of themselves. From spending the occasional Zoom class in our beds to socially distancing from our friends and family, it'll be documented as a major transitional period that the entire globe experienced. We are all standing before you today after receiving support from an individual or community that has affected our journey. That could be a family member, like my mumsy, that would wake up at 5 a.m. to pack my lunch in elementary school, or Baba, that would work 10-hour days starting at 3 a.m. with no complaints to ensure we were taken care of financially. Our friends who were there through all of the midterm tears and during the excellent final grades on Mosaic, the clubs we joined to make a difference, meet like-minded colleagues, or garner new memories. Last but not least, the professors and the instructors that continuously challenge our viewpoints and boundaries to allow for new facets of thought. After 5 years of being at this institution, I've been able to recognize the roles that I held, such as president, mentor, Welcome Week rep, executive member, and of course, student, within people's lives, and how I strive to leave that positive legacy wherever I go now. But this was not the mindset that I always possessed. My early childhood years consisted of a very young Salsa sitting tucked away with a book during recess, terrified to converse with anyone but the fictional characters in her stories. But as I entered high school with a clean slate, there was room to grow as an individual and connect to this institution on another level. So having that change of perspective through the support of my family, shout out Mom and Baba again, and Ahmed, teachers and community leaders allows you to walk through doors and obtain opportunities you never even imagined. From becoming first-year representative of the social sciences faculty, hosting events for only 50 students, fast-tracked 2 years being elected president of the society, bestowing the privilege to represent and advocate for almost 4,000 students. Literally, started from the bottom, now we're here. Insert Drake song. But this would not have even crossed my mind during recess with my favorite Percy Jackson book tucked away. But having supportive and welcoming communities like the MSU Student Representative Assembly, faculty societies, Welcome Week teams, academic or athletic clubs encourages you to find your home within this very diverse community. If your past self could have a glimpse of where you are today, they would be jumping off the walls with joy, because no matter what obstacles, small or large, you endured, you were able to learn from it, destroy it, or move on from it. These milestones would not have occurred if our class of 2023 was not patient, resilient, and open to new ideas. A change of perspective is everything when it comes to pursuing opportunities within university, the working world, and your interpersonal relationships. If it weren't for that slight modification on how I perceived academic institutions, I would have continued to miss out on very spectacular journeys, people, and stories. Within the realm of being a student, we become so fixated on our roles as scholars, we often forget the various roles we occupy in people's lives, whether that be at work, at home, or in our extracurriculars. Being someone that often felt like I was wearing too many hats at once and did not perceive small accomplishments as valuable, it made me reevaluate my perspective on how I'm grading myself. We've all been there, thinking we walked out of IWC, acing that exam, then checking your avenue to learn to see the difficult truth, when in reality, every failure that we experience as a student guides you to experience your wins on a deeper and meaningful level. With the wide variety of opportunities in McMaster, there's always a chance for you to reignite a prior passion or fall in love with a new one. I was under the impression when I walked out of these doors, I'd be on my way to law school. But along the way, there were new passions and pathways to discover, which has reignited my adoring love for Hamilton, its tight-knit neighborhoods, and the sense of community you feel within every crevice of this ever-growing city. Woo! It is now time to take a step back, reflect on the accomplishments made within our undergraduate degree, and appreciate the moments that we experienced together. Every single graduate has their own reason why they kept going, and I want to remind you to never lose that reason. Hold it close to your heart and disperse that effort within any adventure you will embark on. Now, class of 2023, are we gonna show everyone what a Marauder truly looks like? Because being a Welcome Week rep, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do a Welcome Week cheer. So, yeah, get ready, I'm gonna be loud. So, someone's gonna yell, "Sockseye, let me hear your battle cry." I'm gonna swing my finger in the air. You guys are gonna follow me and do that as well. We're gonna be saying, "So," and then when we drop the finger, say "shul," to say social sciences. So ready? On 3. Sockseye, let me hear your battle cry. So, shul. Woo! Alrighty, thank you very much.
Thank you, Salsa. May I again call upon the Dean of Social Sciences, Dr. Jerry Hurley, who will present the President's Award for Excellence in Student Leadership.
Just gonna take a second to find my place here. Excuse me. Okay, thank you. So, the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership acknowledges the contributions made by students who play a significant role in improving and developing the intellectual, social, and/or cultural fabric of the McMaster community. It's my pleasure to present the President's Award of Excellence in Student Leadership to Shaza Hassan. Congratulations, Shaza. I encourage everyone to follow the QR code in your program to read about Shaza's outstanding contributions and accomplishments.
May I invite our, now we're all out of order here. Congratulations, Sharza. I will now like to draw your attention to the screen, which will feature a message from the McMaster Alumni Association.
Hello, I'm Kareem El-Imam. I graduated from McMaster in 2006 with a Bachelor's of Science. I'm the current president of the McMaster Alumni Association. In 1894, at the end of our university's first convocation, there were 16 McMaster alumni. Today, you join a family of more than 229,000 alumni in 144 countries. All of us have back memories, just like you do. We remember our classes and clubs, our labs and sports. We look back on friends and challenges, on Max places, and people, and we know that we share connections with thousands of other MAC grads. McMaster Alumni Association's job is to give all of us, including you, pathways to connect and engage with our fellow grads and our alma mater. We can help you grow professionally, learn from fellow alumni, and take care of everything from insurance to real estate to financial services and so much more. Today is about you and your graduation, but when you're ready, your Alumni Association will be here. Until then, congratulations and welcome to the MAC Alumni family.
May I invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. David Farrar, back to the podium to deliver the President's Address.
Chancellor Smith, distinguished guests, award winners, faculty, members of the McMaster community, members of the McMaster graduating class of 2023, friends and family. It is good to see you here in person. The global pandemic we have experienced over the last few years has reminded us how fragile our lives really are and how much we need to be together. Members of the graduating class, one of the privileges of my role as president is to speak to you on the occasion of your convocation and to offer congratulations on behalf of the university and to tell you how proud we are of you, how proud I am of you. You have had a university experience like no other class. When you started at McMaster, very few people knew what a coronavirus was. Almost no one had used Zoom or Teams for meetings or classes. You might have taken an online course or two, but not an entire semester. And even when you were able to return to the learning environment in person, everything had changed. We are now back in person full-time, but since you began your program, we have lived through a global pandemic. We have witnessed scientists around the world race to find new vaccines. We have watched policymakers make difficult decisions about healthcare, and we have experienced a lifetime of learning in a few short years. We are back, but everything has changed. We are now more acutely aware than ever of future pandemics. We face the indisputable evidence of climate change and its negative impacts. A war has been raging in Europe for over a year, a catastrophe most of us thought was not possible. Disinformation threatens to overwhelm facts and reality, and artificial intelligence appears to be outrunning our systems for managing it. Because the challenges seem so great, we need to find deliberate strategies to take on these significant questions and to make a difference. In the last couple of years, I've often thought about the insights from the psychologist Daniel Kahneman's book, Thinking Fast and Slow. Kahneman argues that our thinking and decision-making are subject to all kinds of biases, fallacies, and errors when we think fast. We give too much weight to the wrong things. We ignore or discard information that does not support our view. We pay attention to things that happened recently, but ignore events that occurred some time ago. Kahneman invites us to think about thinking, to pay attention to what and how we are thinking, so that we can make better decisions. Thinking slow describes what happens during your time at a university. You spend time with people who are considered knowledgeable or expert in their field. You examine data. You consider different perspectives. You look at history. You seek out information beyond your bubble. You make time for conversations, for debate, to hear dozens of different viewpoints, interpretations, and theories, to change your mind or to develop a more complex understanding of difficult issues, to look for truth in unexpected places. The reality is, every day we use a combination of both kinds of thinking. We don't have the luxury for thinking slow about every decision and every part of our day. So we identify those big questions where slow, deliberate, analytical thinking is required. During the first years of the pandemic, we were required to make decisions rapidly. Do we close the university to in-person learning? Do we wear masks when we're in public? Who should get vaccinated? At McMaster, we had the benefit of world-class researchers and thinkers who have been working on these kinds of issues for years, and that made our fast decision-making easier. Undoubtedly, the last few years have given you the opportunity to reflect on what really matters to you and what your next steps will be. Maybe your passion will be addressing global warming, or to find new source of energy, or maybe it will be about inequity and social justice, or to find ways to make technology work for the public good, or maybe to develop a career in the arts or the world of culture. But given the pace of change, it may involve a career or a project that no one has yet imagined. How do you prepare for that? You prepare by looking back at your years at McMaster, and I hope you'll see the answer. You prepare by being curious, by being ambitious, ethical, and determined, by challenging assumptions and focusing on facts, by making courageous choices, and sometimes by giving yourself the opportunity to think slow. Whatever your area of study, your McMaster education has equipped you with the critical skills to solve problems and to make a significant positive impact on our community. I'm confident that you will take that knowledge and experience and insight of the last few years, and from that, as Dr. Bernard said, you'll create a world worth having. And finally, as many people have said this morning, when you receive your diploma from McMaster, I hope you'll note there's only one, you'll note there's only one name on it, yours. But I suspect there are many people in your life who have helped you get to this day of your graduation. Family members, friends, teachers and mentors who have supported you, inspired you, and cheered you on. I hope you'll take some time to thank those people in your life who have helped you to get here. The end of your studies and the granting of your degree may feel as if you're crossing a finish line, but in reality, you're actually just beginning. And I wish you the very best on your journey.
Thank you, Dr. Farrar. May I invite our Chancellor, Ms. Santi Smith, back to the podium to deliver her closing remarks.
Yoyanale, congratulations to the class of 2023. Yoyanale means in Gaingeha, well done, or good job. So I would like everyone to say that with me and shout it out. So I'm going to teach you the sounds. And you can repeat after me. Yo. Yan. Erle. And together, Yoyanale. Great. One more time. Yoyanale. Like you mean it. Yoyanale. Woo. As a McMaster alumna, I'm looking forward to what you do in the future and to take all the words of wisdom and inspiration you heard today from the stage. Salsa, Shaza, Dr. Bernard, congratulations on your accomplishments in sharing your work with us and sharing your journey to inspire us. As Karim eloquently said, you are now graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Woo! That's another. Dr. Farrar, you've given us a lot to think about, and I know I will personally take your words of wisdom with me, and graduates, take those words with you as you go. Best wishes to you all. And now in closing, I have a few final announcements. A reception will be held for the graduates and their guests at Wentworth Room C in the Convention Center immediately following the ceremony. Finally, I would ask that you remain standing at your seats until the academic procession and the graduates have left the hall. Please join now in the singing of the national anthem, and after the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.